Spanish, right? No. And then, of course, they ask why, and the only defense I have is, I'm an idiot. I really have no other excuse than that. Well, I do have one excuse that I think is fair. I really enjoy not understanding what everyone's saying to me all day, every day. So peaceful. I've been here for 9 years. I haven't been mad at anyone. I'm pretty sure that they've been mad at me, but I don't know what they're talking about. There was one guy, I was on the streets of Merida, and he was following me, a little scruffy old man, and he's like, I didn't understand, so I kept walking. And he started yelling at the top of his lungs, beach, beach, you are a beach! And I know what the word beach means. So I turned around and I said, sir, I know I'm a big girl, but I am not as big as a beach. And if you could speak English, you should have started this conversation with it, and we wouldn't be having this problem. But it's nachos. Beach. That's so mean. Like, if he would have said bitch, fine, that's just stating the obvious. But beach? That's rude. That's rude. I have actually been working on my weight. I've been working with a personal trainer for a couple months. Thank you. I've lost 13 kilos. So I'm happy, and my personal trainer's happy because he knows this is long-term employment. And my trainer is so sexy, smart. Because he speaks 2 languages, and if you can do that, you're automatically a genius. So you guys are a lot of geniuses in my book. But sometimes his pronunciation isn't perfect. Like, we were working out the other day, and he was like, fuck us. And I'm like, like right here in the gym? I think sex is good exercise, and you're the boss. Yeah, he didn't clap. He just looked at me and said, what? What did you say? Fuck us, and you're breathing now. So, the sexual tension's a little high at the gym because my dating life hasn't been going so good in Mexico. I was dating one guy in Merida, and who am I kidding? We were fucking. Dating. It was actually fantastic because we couldn't talk to each other, so we just enjoyed our time together. Yeah. But one night he ruined everything and started yelling, "Que rico, que rico." And I stopped and I slapped him and I said, "¿Quién es que rico?" So we broke up. And I don't know, can you break up with somebody that you're just sleeping with? I don't know. But then my friend explained to me what que rico meant, and I'm like, oh my god, my bad Spanish just caused me totally good dick. So that's how I learned what que rico means, and thank you for your time. Hello, everybody. Hey, nice English. Awesome. All right. So my friend's been sick, and she's been telling me all about it. Oh, I'm puking red, and my diarrhea is green, and I think I got food poisoning when we went out last night, Mel. It was either from the soup or the milkshake. I mean, I was kind of thinking it might have been because I was eating Diego's asshole for over an hour. But that was like 3 days ago, I would have gotten sick sooner, don't you think? It's like, wow, you gave me 3 reasons you could be sick. Soup was your go-to thing. Not eating your boyfriend's asshole for an hour. Can't help you. Can't help you. Thank you. And if you're normal people, you're probably thinking, you know what, Mel, that story's a little personal and disgusting. You maybe shouldn't be saying that in public to strangers. But I've had to live with the image of my girlfriend's face in her boyfriend's asshole for like 3 days. And I wanted you guys to share in my pain. Because I'm not nice. Not nice. And I really don't like it when people make the mistake of thinking that I am nice. This friend actually did that. A few hours later, she's messaged me, can you bring me some medicine and saltines? I'm so sick. And right away I was like, bitch, I'm not your rappy. I'm not your pappy or your rappy. Here's the app, download it, use it. That's, no. And I wasn't busy. I was just smoking weed, crying about how long it's been since I've been able to lick an asshole. And it's not like I haven't tried. I'm on Tinder, gentlemen. Thank you. And it was going kind of good. I got sent some dick pics. But I don't really know how you're supposed to react to dick pics. I was like, oh, look at how softly he holds himself. I bet he's sensitive and likes to cuddle. Oh, is that a piggy bank behind his cock? I bet he's good with money. Oh, this one is very creative. So he took a pancake and he just put it right on his balls. He's got syrup and whipped cream and a cherry on top. That's so clever. A penis pancake. That's so cute. And he's trying to make it taste better, so he's thoughtful. So of course I wanted to meet that dick. And I tried to make a date with penis pancake. And I was like, well, maybe we should go out for tacos first so I can make sure he's not going to kill me. And I was about to leave, and he sent me a message that said, I'm really sorry, but I don't get paid for 2 weeks, so I can't really afford tacos. Do you want to just go to your house and make out? And that's when my vagina slammed shut, swiped left. I was like, no, 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 no. I'm sorry, you don't have to be rich to date me, but you do have to be able to afford a taco if you want to touch my taco. You know? I have standards, not many, but a few. So if I have interested any of the single gentlemen, please talk to me after the show. But don't think we're going to get right into the ass eating, okay? I'm a lady. I'm a lady. You have to eat many tacos before you get that kind of dessert. So, thank you so much, you guys. And growing up, like, people were really mean about my weight. They'd be like, oh, you're fat and ugly, and no one's ever going to love you or marry you. And I'd be like, shut up, Mom. But now that I'm old enough to see what happens when people get married and have kids, I'm like, pass the pie. Right? This fat isn't a curse at all. This fat is birth control, STD prevention, and bullshit armor. It's kind of like having a superpower, but I get to eat cake instead of spinach. But, excuse me. Hey. She's like, no, you got this. It's cool. Alright, look at how little I am. I don't really get it when people are like, hey, I give you props, because that's kind of like saying, you're really great at that, but you would be so much better with a squeaky horn. So we were looking for rummages this weekend, and we saw a sign that said R-U-M-A-G, and we were like, oh, we can skip that one, because we were looking for books. She's like, I'm not backing you up on this joke. I'm telling the rest. I am. All right, here it goes. You know, a lot of people haven't always been so nice about the way I look. Like, they'll say, you look like that because you don't care about yourself. And I'm like, no, I look like this because I don't care about others. I don't have to look at myself all day. I think hating old people is like hating yourself in the future. So I'm like really good friends with my grandma. And she's cool. She's like in her 80s and she tries to like stay hip with everything. But like the other day she called me and she was like, now Melissa, will you tell me about this Facebook? I have been to every bookstore and who's the author? And so that was like an hour-long explanation. But it wasn't as bad when she first got her computer and it took me 3 hours to explain to her that she wasn't the browser. So my boobs are huge. And that's why I never start a conversation with, I just have to get this off my chest. Like, I think people are way too hung up on weight, but like, did you notice that the diet industry, they used to like try to make women feel fat and ugly so that we would buy their products, but now they try to make men feel fat and ugly so that they'll buy their products too? Which I think is cool. That's equal opportunity soul sucking. You're gonna be an ass. Be fair about it, right? So Nutrisystem actually put out my favorite ones. They've got this ad where this guy comes out and he's like, I lost 50 pounds and now my wife says I'm not as disgusting to her as I used to be. Right? I was like, dude, if your wife would say that to you, the problem wasn't the weight. You're married to a bitch. And the other time I get kind of upset is like, she's like, whoa, this is a long one. Dude, this one, I'm doing my clean stuff. Why are you turning on me now? Let's tell them about this. All right, thank you. So I feel pretty good with my body, but there's a couple times that I get upset. Like, I don't really like photographs because I don't want to have my girth spurts recorded. I remember everything a lot thinner than photos when it happened, so. The other time I get kind of upset is when like skinny people or even slightly pudgy people complain to me about feeling fat. I had this friend Tammy and she didn't know how I felt about this and she called me up crying and complaining that she's fat and she's a rail and I'm a bitch. So I was like, really Tammy? You feel fat? Fat like, are people pulling over saying the gym's around the corner, bitch? Fat? Fat like that? Is that how fat you feel? Fat like guys are only talking to you so that you'll introduce them to your thin friends fat? Is that how fat you feel, Tammy? Fat like no real designers will design any clothes in your size because they don't want to see your fat ass in them? Is that how fat you feel, Tammy? Fat like you just ran out of the carnival crying because you found out that you don't fit on any of the rides anymore, fat? Fat like that? Fat like your boobs are sitting on the table at restaurants, fat? Fat like that, Tammy? Fat like your new definition of a wet dream is an empty public swimming pool? Is that how fat you feel? Fat like you now understand why there should be an open hunting season on guys that wear no fatty t-shirts? Is that how fat you feel, Tammy? So that's what I said. Tammy totally didn't clap. She didn't. She was like, no, it's like PMS fat. And I was like, well then you don't feel fat, bitch. Call me when you have a real problem. I'm always here for you, click.